Within a foresight for Middle Farms camp, now one of the camp them for CDC for inside Limbe. And as soon as Sabi will be telling us for this Pidgin news debate, with the look inside trouble, then with this work people them for CDC them get them. We don't notice and say as well be the tonton for inside Middle Farms camp. Some of the houses where CDC be build them, they don't instead add them. We hear say for Sika the problem where they happen for Northwest and Southwest, plenty people them. They don't can hide for year. And for Sika say number for people you don't add, they get for add house them. So for inside Pidgin News today, we go meet up with some of these work people them for CDC where they talk say they go come up for road if they no pay them their money when school it starts small time. Country people them we go meet up some of these work people them for CDC just now where they go to tell we some of their problems them.
The crisis where CDC don't face now, so it don't affect we for so many directions. If you look now inside camp now, you realize and say the place be too crowded. So we don't overbe choked up because we get strangers and plenty IDPs a day where they don't come for inside camp. And where some of them they get difficulties for place where they feel sleep, where they feel stay. And if you look and so like most of us who be in a family people, they who are family members and they so one day for the other area, the way crisis too, they make a way they don't destroy their things in their houses. Some of them don't come out, they come here, they don't come, they can't see how they feel stay with we. And the houses where CDC too a pillar for say me we workers they stay there. You know if you really accommodate we with this our family, they will get them. So the reason that way if you go now inside camp, you realize and say most of us we don't do attachment them. As we work, we supposed to receive salary every month. But if you work, you realize and say salary if you want can after 3 or 4 months, and then we are picking them. How you do so? At least if you look at now, everybody now do embark for something way if he manage for sustain the family. Then
the condition with the inside a very bad condition. Why? Because we get almost about 30 months, no salary. Now, should have they did they don't pass exam. You will be about 4 months. They can't pay you now 1 month, but they pressurize you when you work. Every year leave, you the right time the G leave, they deny for G leave. They say you do work for crucial place with no any allowance. So we'll be very, very sorry for say the farm, now our farm normally. But the way they treat me is not correct. Now Randy the fall. And those for CDC will be get raincoat, get rain boot, but when Randy for so will sit hard, will go manage the other rain. But see that the management need the regard with people for you. Now so okay, would they as we work so they tell army that they can't control one rest small, they don't come. They pay the army the allowances. But we would bear the risk with the work the allowances they pay we. There's nothing. Well, with the beg the management maybe they change. May not be let's say that they work on their own. They know what they do, then they suffer the small people them. I don't work for 21 years. I don't need fear. Every citizen let me tell me anything. They pay my small people they owe me. I go shit on me quiet. If they don't see the family, not the function again. I didn't suffer me one. My brother made they try the calculation people they suffer. Even a government, that we citizen they find. Government they come for citizen support the make government to support citizen. Anything will happen for South and Northwest, nobody citizen people that cause them. Me the hell we have to be the help them. Most so I promise say we are picking them for school. We are picking the 2 tomorrow, the one we chest for our eyes. We encourage your general manager, make for up, make say you picking the sofa. The authority for citizen they don't say their brother suffer. I don't really leave my mama for us in my like woman. I go sleep for outside. I come. I don't get money. If you will not be the money people they applaud, tomorrow you work some money plot. It tell you say, stop farming. How do you live? No way, my brother. Maybe they check for their sense.
CDC don't they try a best for CDC make they buy chemicals for we for treat water. Water na life, and even though we need to get regular salary for satisfy workers, but CDC management they try a best for CDC make the available chemicals where it be needed for treat water, it be provided so that we can manage the water, because for Limbe as a whole, most dwellers around they get opportunity for can use CDC water because now free water, and CDC get good quality of water. And because the workers, they did 24 hours on shift. So each shift, they make sure they carry out their treatment and they do their best for CC, they follow up the treatment. As for my own case, I don't take this CDC work like my own work because now my life. First of all, I don't work for more than 20 years. I know we talk say I get other places where I feel go.
CDC for we, it be like murder. CDC for we, I feel talk for Cameroon, it be like orphanage for people. People, they not fit do nothing, but so far as CDC they alive, they fit take them for CDC, they manage their life. But since the crisis thing, the job broke down. You see family, you not even know how people they live. You not even know how they do. You not even know who they work, who they for medical, will not feel run because small time Sigma will come. Small time emergency will come. You go do run, so you know they take money, make the person do now how. Would they do all effort? Would they do everything possible? After work, so when we don't close, we come out, we go. If you feel manage anything, forget 1 franc for chop. You chop them tomorrow, you still come back for work. They will stay there where they give you 1 franc, say now you paid or come, so you thank God you take them. We just then for manage. It's not the easy for no man. It's not the easy for CDC people.
Manos, I salute you.
Yes.
How you there?
No, fine.
Okay, we don't come for your workplace today. One just sabi how the small hospital for you, the worker outside, we just say they under CDC, how they think the worker?
No, the worker fine. The hospital, the worker fine. We won't get more people than now for the hospital. As to the talk say, different outside workers, and no concern all the CDC. So different people in the workers they consult for years. So more work now. And we now for this side, we don't get more work because people the way they don't run for the other side, then they didn't have for them before them will be secure. So we don't get more patients for CDC. Where would the consultant now for you?
All right. So I want to find out what people then for CDC when they come for you, they pay like any other.
No, person? From things where me I join CDC, the CDC no work can they pay. It's a free medical care. This is the offer. Yes, free medical care for the patients.
All right, so I want to find out time where the problem is start for Northwest and Southwest will be really strong. When I get that pain then to find.
We get that pain, but as a medical call, hospital not ever close. We always can't work with the work because it's like a sacrifice. Where you join medical call, you must say a sacrifice. You must work and work. Even wait till they happen, you must can't work. Because people don't always do it, they sick. You never say they should done for your house. You must can't the work. As get as be, so we day for day.
The last question I will ask you now, it concerns money. Plenty people that cry say money, you need to enter for pocket again. The way they use of it, like salary. Not too for this side for local sick people, then I get the same kind of problem.
If you don't be say palaver money for CDC, since the crisis, you don't be bet. We never stop work. Because if we talk, say, for medical call, in our profession, we don't stop the work because they not pay with salary. Though not the salary until they move me, but we always come before patient until they come. So we day for day. So as we don't sign book with the CDC, we day with the CDC. CDC na farm need the fame. Why rubber they see day for day, one banga they see day for day. Now the level they not tap and rubber for how many years, banga it go always be. So now they hope that, as concern me, now they hope that they give me say. This is not ever for. So we see daily.
All right, country people them as soon as Sabi, before we one come meet up the big man for CDC, we'll be turn for some of the camps and for Sabi as well live for inside campy day. And the people them, they tell we say life you don't strong for them. Say CDC, it no be the CDC way be day before. So we check say we no finish we work for inside camp, we just go so. We don't meet up with the big man for CDC, Oga Franklin Goninjie, where he says, he go tell we whether these people, the way they talk, say suffer, they plenty. They talk true or they talk lie. Good afternoon, big man for CDC.
Good afternoon, Ambassador.
Yes, we glad say you don't open your door for we, say make we can't sabi the trouble way they worry you just now. And so you don't hear these people them. Yeah, people the way they work under you will meet up and for camp. They say life is strong. You agree or you don't agree?
Once more, Ambassador, I say good afternoon, and now I use this opportunity to say welcome to CDC. You go enter, you go to inside camp, you go here. I want to talk say thing where you hear, it no be wrong. Life for CDC, life for CDC workers, life for CDC families, it no be the same the way it used to be before. Life will change. And the major game changer for the life for CDC, for we CDC, for CDC family, will be now the impact of this crisis, this palava way for Southwest and Northwest. I remember where we use some opportunity where we get them. When this palava just started, we did for CRTV, I think that the day Cameroon calling. And Nabido talk say, I wonder which way this palava will be political, being a political fight, people that fight on the basis of their political ambition. I wonder what you get to do inside plantation. Because normally, plantation, we not see how we connect with the way people that fight for. But it happened, Ambassador, say, right from the beginning, the people where the day behind this fight, they get CDC like target. So the effects, the impact of this crisis will affect CDC for some way where the CDC way will be no way will meet up with the obligation for pay a workers regularly, meet up with the obligation for pay a contractors regularly, meet up with the obligation for pay a workers their social insurance contribution on time so that the workers get their full benefits. The CDC will begin pay credit union, workers their money where it pass through CDC will get to go for their credit union. That CDC, this CDC for today, as a result of this crisis, we get difficulty for meet up with that obligation. So if wait till workers they tell you not true, the life we had them. And the reason for that one, make our use try to explain why is they the way it is. For CDC for meet up with all the responsibility that why I don't come up for color. CDC get one basket or house or safe or whatever we call it. We get 3 openings, 3 doors. We not get number 4. The 3 openings are number 1, the money where we sell banana. Before crisis, we begin to operate on 3,715 hectares of banana. We last normal year for production, where prices not be good, but we will succeed to get 35 billion francs from banana. We employ more than 6,500 workers. The banana sector, the banana window. That window, we begin to bring in that door through which 35 billion begin to enter. It can reduce in size because of this crisis. How we reduce in size? We reduce in size following what we use we carry for your earlier program, where you see where those boys that be attack with workers where they inside plantation. We make them way we no fit follow with operations for the banana sector. Banana is a very sensitive plant. The fact say we not be fit for do what we're supposed to do for plantation because of insecurity. In Mekam, we lost about 3,300 hectares of banana. We mean say for 1st of November of 2019, when place we don't cool down small, when we don't carry out some negotiations where we see how we get money for pre-finance operations, we will get out of 3,715 hectares, we will get just the balance of 414 hectares for starting. So you realize say the door, you reduce plenty banana. If you come for rubber sector, at the next door that money where we sell rubber, we main buyer and Michelin. We get steady contract where we sell the rubber for Michelin. More than 90% of the rubber we sell for Michelin for better price. Better price than the normal price when you go for market every day, because we succeed for negotiate long-term contract where it give we some premium there, where we benefit from, because with rubber, na very good quality rubber. When we succeed for respect delivery schedule, we benefit from that premium. So we sell rubber on top, that is a bit above the normal price for market. And that rubber, for the last normal year, we operate on rubber, operating on 22,000 hectares, we will succeed for get, till during that time rubber price is not be good, but we succeed for get above 15 billion francs from rubber alone. Now, we see a situation where, as a result of the crisis, a good number of the estates, they not be operational, they get to shut down. So today, Malende be shut down. Since 2018, Nyanja be shut down. Mokonje be shut down. Mbonge be shut down. Now 4 estates, and that one I don't name them, out of 11. The balance where I no color, where they work, they need to work at 100%. Because certain sections of the estate they still be insecure. So it make them where the money where we fit get from the rubber sector, that other door will be reduced considerably. Now the third door where money fit enter CDC will be now from palm oil. When we sell palm oil, when we go for Wimbanga farm them, we harvest Wimbanga, we take and go for oil mills. When we press them, we sell the oil. All the oil will be sold inside Cameroon. We get big buyer then, Mayor, Azul, where the price for palm oil will be fixed. Government fixed the price of 450 francs for every kilogram of palm oil. The crisis, it make them way, we estates for Ilwani, for Boa, for Mungo, for Pondo side. 3, well, I don't name them, out of 7. So that today we're at the top. We never start to work for the normal because of insecurity. I must add, say, even the estate, the way that they work today, 4, the Buncha, Idina, Bota, and Mondoni estate, they need to work 100%. Because now the same thing like rubber, because certain parts of the plantation, they know that being yet accessible for the reasons where I don't talk about before. So it make a way, even with revenue for palm oil, where the last time we produced, the last normal production we produce more than 22,000 tons of palm oil, where we bring in about 10 billion francs for CDC. So, whatever those sites, it shows through all these 3 doors that we are calling so, when CDC begin to operate normally, even for time we will not get good prices, we begin to get a revenue of about 55 billion francs every year. Now, the crisis, you don't get the impact where I don't come out for top and for you. It make a way with revenue, it drop tremendously. I will give you the figure. For 2019, total revenue where CDC make from sale of palm oil and rubber, because for 2019 we don't get even 1 kilogram of banana per seller. Total money we enter CDC is 3.8 billion francs. Ambassador, if you imagine, we will come out for
55 billion.
Come for 3.8. So he explained the reason why we know fit honor with responsibilities the way we used to do them in the past. The any man way he understand how a company work, an economic entity, a business entity like CDC, get to ask a question, say, how come CDC still their existence? That kind of figure. Under normal conditions, the company will cease to exist. But two things that they make a way CDC is still be alive, as I will talk. The first one, now the workers for CDC. In this connection, I must mention something where I don't use different opportunities there for talk and say, CDC will not be a typical company, business entity, where you take factors of production, put them together, you sell them, you make profits, and that is it. You pay your shareholder their own dividends and so on and so forth. No, CDC is a special company. And this special nature of CDC, he gets something where the person where he work for CDC plantation, he did like a shareholder, and he complain, he identify with that for bad and for good time. Because small history, they will be necessary for talk and for CDC. CDC will do undergo some other crisis. Now to say it will be near this one. In the end, that's around 1988 and so on, where the crisis, sorry, not 88, in the 90s, where it lead to what they call compulsory savings for CDC workers. Where CDC workers, they be volunteer for not take part of their salary so that the company will go through that difficult phase, and when you recover, you pay them that money. That kind of thing happen only for CDC. I give that example for explain, try to convey the special bond with the CDC worker get them with the company. They're like a co-owner, they're like a shareholder of the company. And at this relationship, this attitude, it contributes tremendously for say CDC to survive what we will go through for 2019, where workers, despite all these odds, no salaries, true, very irregular, because when you look at that figure, you take what you pay salary.
So
the wage bill for CDC normally, that's it. 1 month, when CDC be normal, and 2.3 billion. So it means that all the money would make them for that year, 2019. It's not even correct to pay one. It's not even correct to pay 1.5 months salary for CDC workers. Just as an example. So you see, workers, where despite all the odds, they decide to say, this we company, we must do everything for sustenance. So we work hard. 2019 campus, we persevere 2020, enter any piece of plantation where you know means say when you go there you go die. That means say the slightest security, workers they take the risk for enter there. They make them way the revenue where we get the increase from 3.8 billion francs to 8-point-something billion francs for 2020. Same attitude of workers in make and way for 2021, we get a further increase to 15-point-something billion francs, almost 16 billion francs. So you see, say, we get a trend after we don't strike bottom for 2019, where it be positive, we start to climb back up. The ambassador, I'll tell you the truth, say, not true, say, we'll be glad, say, we'll recover. But when you take that figure, the last figure when we did normal, relatively normal, although things that we had, 55 billion francs. We compare them with 15.8 billion francs. Mass round that up to 16 billion francs. You will see, say, we still they're far away from getting back to a place where we will be but things therefore come back normal. For we for maintain, for we for respect and honor with obligations towards all the stakeholders the CDC get. We're the most important stakeholder. Now the people who come from it, those workers, now the most important stakeholders. Now the reason why, no matter what, no matter how hard, anything where it come out, we will succeed for get. Workers their pay na priority for management.
All right. I want to find out from you, maybe you sabi say some of these work people them, they write some letter, they send them for Prime Minister and head for government. And they did talk say if una no do something, it dey like say they go come off for road. Not na the first time they don't talk say they will come off for road, and their problem na salary where they say they owe them plenty. They decry say picking they get for enter school small time. And on top say picking they get for enter school, some of the workers they did inside that letter they talk say CDC workman it don't be na like thief where he get money in a time where he get some better operation for outside. So I want to find out from you like the big man, this matter for salary. Now waiting on the plan for do. School they come small time. Now waiting on the plan for do for this work people them. Say me they no come off for road.
Ambassador, if I say when man they talk true, make you no exaggerate so that true it can be twisted for serve as a source of misinformation. Management for CDC it be responsible. Management for CDC it no say special season the day. Rentrée scolaire na one. Another special season day way it come out for pass when a Christmas season. And wait way management for CDC be do despite all the odds, despite the difficulty, and I say we tie hats for Christmas season. Do everything. Some of the things when I say we tie hat, it means say ma explain for you something that will not fit hide them, not to not be hidden any under any basket. It be and I say we take some decision them way. For example, we sell cop lump. We call cop lump na rubber where we never process them for factory. We sell them for heavy cam so that we will get cash quick so that we pay workers. That decision na a decision where normally it be a painful one for management because when you sell rubber where you never process them, you virtually dash out your small that the added value in no day, no profit no day. Okay, but we get to take that decision because we know say it be very important for being responsible towards key stakeholders. Number one key stakeholder being our workers. In the same fashion, Ambassador, this season for Rentrée scolaire, we set priorities. We talk say workers, number one. We get to do everything, say for this season. Where for we will be classified the season, say Rentrée scolaire now from end of July, so till end of August. We will do everything. Make each person where they work, make it touch even 1 month of a pay. So that it will facilitate the efforts for sending picking them back for school. We no end for day because we know say a good number of these workers, they also get their money where CDC owe them through their credit union contributions. So another part for that decision, for make an effort for this season, it been say we equally want for put money at the disposal of the credit unions during this period, this Rentrée scolaire period. I'll cite you the figure where with the target for put. The last time for Christmas will be succeed for we put up to 100 million francs. This time it be difficult. But we don't tell ourselves, say we could do at least 50 million francs, make it go for credit union so that the workers, most of them are junior workers, okay, laborers, field people, where they are paying no plenty. Now through credit union where they get small money for buy book for their picking them and so on and so forth. So we say, good, we could do everything for put that money directly in the hands of the credit unions so that they can make them available for these workers. Another group of important stakeholders for CDC, now a group what we call smallholders. Okay? Smallholder, then are people they get their small farm them from Banga and for rubber, where they sell, they supply their crop for CDC, make CDC process them, and then CDC go pay them. We owe them too plenty. We equally take decisions. Say this month when I rentrée scolaire, those people too get obligations. Them and when a smallholder, they to like a company, it to get people that they around the people workers then to the day, labor then it to get labor then we get for pay. So we equally take a decision. Say them too, they must get 1 month during this period. Then we get palms harvesting contractors. We get rubber tapping contractors. In the same vein, we take a decision. Say no matter the odds, we must make something available for these people. We get another envelope where it be sensitive, where it concern workers them directly. Because of the crisis, we never honor with obligations with National Social Insurance Fund. Where you make them way workers. Some workers that they benefit now from small family allowance for fee help themselves for take care of their picking them. So, in this crisis period, we don't agree, say, we'll go pay some small money for social insurance fund for Boya. When we don't pay our workers, we'll go squeeze, even at 10 million. We'll go pay them so that if he help through that source to money go enter, we workers their pocket them. So, Ambassador, wait away, I do talk, and I must tell you, say, we don't succeed for go round. Why I tell you say we don't succeed for go round? It's been because say yesterday they begin to pay even for head office here, okay? And the normal practice now say we finish field first, okay? We first start with junior workers, category 2 to category 6. We make sure say we pay all for estate. When small money enter again, we still remain for estate. Because now they the money they come out. We do everything for pay their supervisors and their managers. And then we start go for services, like medical services. You know, I said they no be important. Engineering services, you know, I said they no be important. But I said we'll get to prioritize with the small envelope way there. And we feel, say, we no wrong for talk, say, number one priority for CDC, it be the field worker. Indication, they say, even big people for head office, their own 1 month, they like it, they shift towards them. It means, say, I'm glad, say, we they succeed for we goal. For, say, before school one start for 1st of September, make every worker away the work, make something enter a pocket for facilitate the efforts for sending picking for school. We know, say, maybe it no be enough, but at least we will recognize this effort.
Yes, I want just ask that question because some person he go the hear which way they talk for outside now. He go talk say how now money it will me plenty money then now can give me 1 month. That 1 month you know surely help for no nothing. You can one just ask you the question. Say that 1 month it go really who your work people then?
Ambassador, first point what I would like for telling us, Mrs. Eva be workman. So when we owe CDC owe me too. We owe ourselves. All we something the way all we get them. I'll tell you some interesting story, Ambassador. When this crisis we start 2018, it be there for May 2018. I will be discovered say what I do pass Gary, we no fit meet up again. You know, they the CDC like before. We no fit pay salary, we no fit respect. We schedule for pay salary. Before that, we would already start default on schedule because we normal schedule we then say when January, 8th of January, we supposed for to pay for December. 8th of February, we supposed to do pay for January. That latest. Now we normal schedule that. Okay? The crisis start making, we start to go, we start to miss some, we start to miss some. By May of 2018 particularly, now they be bad, where we miss completely. money no be there for fit pay anybody. It hurt everybody. So when place things that we don't start improve small, workers them with, as I come out for this describe for you, with their will decide for take the risk. We see say if we try, we fit. So we take a decision, say okay, we'll go concentrate mainly for that people where they work. Okay, so that we motivate them, because now we source this. If we increase what they produce, now also we will improve well-being. So we say, when we calculate the areas where CDC all man, we keep them. Any man get certificate of indebtedness, I get my own. I keep them in my box. Where it means say, even if today, big man for your own day, talk say I no be GM again for CDC. Any place where I go, I will still come back without my certificate for tell CDC say, when I owe me this thing. It like check. All workers for CDC get a check for indebtedness. So we don't issue out that one. We check say we go fit be regular with payment of salaries. But other serious constraints that come, COVID come. The international economic situation come. Interestingly, it will surprise you, Ambassador, say, although we declare yes, we will not get money, we get rubber for Tico, we will not sell them because of the situation where they. We get more than 1,000 tons of rubber, almost 2,000 tons of rubber. Okay, that is more than, if I will give raw figure, if it be value for more than, say, more than 1.5 billion francs. Okay, with 1.5 billion francs, we will pay 2 months for people where they do work. So those are the constraints that they do. But we did try what we fit do for see how we fit at least alleviate the terrible situation as much as possible. Maybe I might give you some figure, the Ambassador, where they be necessary. As I talk for 2020, we succeed for almost do 4 times of that terrible total revenue what we do for 2019, where it be almost sorry, I talk 2021, must start for 2020. 2020 will double up, 8-point-something billion. 2021 we almost do 4 times of that amount. If I take, because for now we get the figures up till July of 2022. 2022, we do succeed for make about 9.5 billion francs. It will be more, but we'll get some serious problem during Palm's peak season, where we lost some opportunities. We will estimate that opportunity, that loss to at least 1 billion francs. Okay, but if I take that those 3 years, it gives me a total of 33.8 billion francs. Okay? Inside those 3 years, CDC also receive some money from government in terms of assistance.
Because I be yes. That one as well, that's how we get for.
We don't receive money from government. For 2020, we receive a total of 3,140 million. For 2021, we receive a total of 2.35 billion francs for help pay salaries. It gives a total money we receive from government, it be 5.5 billion francs. If I add them with what way we succeed for make them from the sale of we produce from plantation them, it give me 39.4 billion francs CFA. Good. For those 2 years, 7 months, okay? If I add what way we come out for pay, now where we pay now, it gives me a total of 20.4 billion francs, okay, where we do pay as wages to workers where they work. So I feel, say, when we consider, say, for this corporation for work, we also need very, very important inputs. One will be fuel, because without fuel, we not even run generator. We not run with factories. We not run the oil mills or make money. We get other very important inputs. For if I take rubber sector, we need to package the rubber before we sell them. Export duties and so on and so on. That one must pay. We owe government plenty in the but those ones that will be connected with those transactions, we get to finance them. So with the talk of around that 39.5 billion, I say 40 billion francs. Okay? 40 billion francs. Under normal conditions, the load for salaries and wages is supposed to be less than 30%. But we find a situation where, with the small money where we get, we're not correct, we use 50% for concentrate on salaries and wages. Why? You know, being I say we're foolish or because we want to invent management where we need to follow the rules. I say we don't realize, without any iota of doubt, say we future, it depends on we for go inside with plantations, for take what away we sell them, we make money. So now the reason that we're our priority. So despite all the odds, I understand say work is hard for workers, but make workers they appreciate this small reality where it is. And the situation for CDC, it be all man no be the same. I come out for give you the example, say when the small money where they enter, we prioritize who we get to pay first. Ambassador, he be interested for making me understand, say, for CDC, when we decide, say, we don't see small sun for horizon, we start pay. When we start with small money, where you don't enter through some door, aside you the 3 doors, then where money they enter. If you enter small, we will start with some estate. You enter, at times they take with 2 months to go around. At times they take with 3 months to go around. Now the reality that. So, it make a way for the situation now for CDC, it be say, if I take we banana group out of 31 months, it be, I dwell on the whole of 2020, 2021, and these 7 months for this year. Out of this 31 months, where we succeed for make from we own sources a total of 33, around up to 34 billion francs. Government give we 5.5 billion francs, making a total of 39 billion francs. Banana workers, they don't receive 31 salaries. That means that they're up to date. Okay? Because I come off for site for you something, say banana, na place where we know if you take risk. You go surprise any man go ask himself the question, how come banana na be the last section will be affected, but how come they finish completely? The reason I say banana na plant way it need to tolerate any problem. Like to make way for banana we get special arrangement with the people where they buy the banana. When a company fruitier, we agree with them, say, because of deal with difficult financial situation, we all man know we no will fault as a result of this war, we they try for recover. When I do the following for we, when I pre-finance everything where it be absolutely necessary and urgent, one be salaries, one be inputs, fertilizer, spraying of the banana farm against disease, okay? So that they pre-finance them, because for they will not fit afford forget another 1 day of interruption of work stoppage for banana sector, because the losses be enormous. So for banana we day 31 on 31 for banana workers, the people where they work. Okay, if I take for rubber sector for the year 2020, we pay, out of the 12 months we pay 8. 2021 we pay 9. 2022 out of the 7 months we don't pay 5. Okay, we give a total of 22 out of 31. You go for palms, similar situation. Okay, for 2020 we don't pay 8. For 2021 we don't pay 9. This year for the 7 months we don't pay 5. We give a total of 22 out of 31 months. Now for CIMA portray the situation of the prioritization. Now the services, I repeat, I say that they do the less important job. The people where you see around head office, the people that sit on the security service, for example, they be called to work a lot now, but management still feel say we're not wrong for prioritize people where they work for plantation first, because we need that input for enhance ourselves, for give we power for meet up better with obligations. So when you take the services, when I say services, it mean engineering, it mean medical, it mean all we big people for head office here. For 2020, out of 12 months, we pay 6. 2021, out of 12, we pay 6. For this year, out of 7, we pay 4. Ambassador, the reality for CDC now, I say the potential where it get to enable we for survive, it is inside we plantation them. Now the thing make which way you cite them, these people where they write for Prime Minister with a threat that will come out for road. Personally, I frown at commuting for road. What does it mean? This country, it be a country of law. Cameroon no be a country where anarchy be called for prevail. Workers' relationship with employer for Cameroon, it be well regulated. Staff representatives, now workers, they choose them for represent them. Workers, trade unions, that they exist. The law for Cameroon provide very clearly, without any iota of doubt, say a procedure day will get to be respected before person call for strike. Point number 1. Point number 2, Ambassador Nase, with all the need for understand the plight of the CDC worker, we no man of it deny them. I feel say management get a responsibility for frown at the fact say a group of workers where they not belong to the body of staff representatives, they take upon themselves for call a strike. I put them in quotes. What does it mean? Writing to government, good. Well, maybe any person get right for government, but more inform government, management to do them. It's fine if workers to feel assist management for make the plaidoyer for government. It's fine, it'd be welcome. But maybe we do them for a structured manner within the confines of the law. This country will not fit afford for create disorder. Disorder where it will lead to problems where they be bigger than the one with the face. Ambassador, what will happen if workers for CDC they come out for streets? Now, according to my own common sense, I feel say, would just open with self for a big risk for get back into the hole or even deeper where we the glad say we succeed for come out from. Because the secessionists, they're still there. The bad boys, they're still there. Their call for same CDC work and no go for plantation, it never stop. So this one will be now a move in that direction. But as I talked for the beginning, we for CDC, a good number of us, with the question how now that one's supposed to be our own contribution to whatever struggle. Will be plantation workers. That worker, then when you meet, they get one goal. They want to go work for take care of their picking them. They want to be responsible parents because now their obligation for take care of their parents, of their children. Now CDC responsibility for pay them their wages. So we all want to be responsible. And what we will not need now is distraction. We don't need distraction. Problems are there, but may we solve the problems, may we address the problems within the provisions where they be made for address such problems. Grievance proceed different levels. The fee sees workers if they not be satisfied with management efforts and management explanations. If the trade union them, their intervention not be satisfactory, there's a ministry in charge of labor and social welfare. So make we not give an opportunity where if he lead to something where maybe with the things so one embrace a beautiful girl, but I feel say with the risk for avail ourselves for embrace a monster.
All right. Before we finish this afternoon, I get two things that I want to talk on top. First, inside this problem, some of your work people they don't hear bad. You get as we talk, someone they be cut their hand them. Maybe someone they be die. CDC get some special thing where they look at that people that they hear bad for sick of this problem. And number two question, as we finish, CDC, it don't get better help from up for say may they continue for do their work. Well, last two questions in this afternoon.
Must start with the second one. The most important help with CDC need them from up. The most important one now security for our plantations. We be farmers. One enter our plantation, one work. We need security. One work for our plantation then from Ilwani because we get to go rehabilitate them. We don't turn a forest. Now the most important need that for CDC. The other need we CDC get and we don't table them for government don't see them. Be mentioned earlier, say for 2019, because of the impact of the crisis, revenue will drop to the level where it will drop. For economic, for business language, the law where it guide business for Africa, where they call and say OHADA, it gets some provision for day, where it talks say, when a company it own resources where it own them, they call and say equity. Okay, it own money where it own them. If it drop to less than 50% of the share capital, that company it get to sit down, decide. The owner for the company get to decide whether the company they continue or it go dissolve. For CDC, since 2019, we reached that situation. CDC equity don't be wiped up because of the impact of this crisis, because of the figures where I don't tell you, accumulated losses over the years. But now one person get power for take that decision. I come off a talk say, law provides say the owner get to decide, make a statement, concrete statement. The patient be very, very sick. CDC be very, very sick. 2019, the patient therefore intensive care unit for hospital. Okay? And question day whether this patient, a direction for go now for mortuary, or he get to stay for intensive care, then nurture, take care of this patient, make it recover and get back to existence. The owner for CDC, where it be the state of Cameroon, it take a decision. This decision will be taken on the 16th of April of 2021. Say CDC will continue for exist. That decision, taking that decision, it not be enough. Other things they get to follow, because measures they get to be taken for recapitalize the company. It means for put in resources for the company. State of Cameroon, be aware of that responsibility. Efforts are there underway for meet up with that responsibility. One of the reasons why the equity, that means say CDC, it own resources, they do be reduced below share capital. Now the debt situation of CDC. We include the debt for our workers. Okay? The debt for our workers, ambassador, as far as we talk now, almost 30 billion francs. Where CDC owe workers. Where CDC, where we owe, I be included. I be CDC.
The owner.
Where we, yes. Where we, okay, where CDC owe we. Okay? I be the head of CDC, but I be a worker. I always be proud for tell people, say, me I get matriculation number. I get my matriculation number. 96 10 10. I tell my colleague worker them every time. The 96 shows I entered the house for 1996. Okay? So when you anyone call the matriculation number, I will tell you whether I be a senior. Okay? We lose more than 20 of our workers. More than 20 they die. The one the way they chop their hands and so on, it passed 100. Terrible situation. One thing where CDC did do, provide medical facility. But some truth they we no fit to deny them. I say these workers they need beyond that. What way they need a pass medical facility. They be traumatized. Last week, I get a request for the 9 workers where they be kidnapped. I'm sure that was in the month of March of this year for Likomba, for we rubber estate. The torture way they go through, not to say they be release them, but the torture way they go through, it results to a situation where all of them they ask for redeployment. Redeployment means say, because that boy they be tell them say, if we now walk again, it end.
So they need for change their place.
They want to change their place. So we get to grapple with a lot of that. Some cases the day way the person no fit do the work we begin do again. A way that way they don't cut the finger them, he no fit do that work again. So we find ourselves where, apart from the normal problems where you and me see, there's also a structural problem where the company they get. It means say it's not just a question of the number of heads that we count, say 16,000 workers. But we get a situation where we get this number of workers, but the number where they be involved in active revenue generating work, direct, okay, direct, where they be directly involved in revenue generation, it reduce, and the one then way they not be directly involved in revenue generation, they even be surplus to requirements. So the responsibility it increase, while the means for take care of the responsibility it reduced tremendously. Okay. So in that phase, what way would they try for? Would they try with best? So, what we will do with those workers? We'll try to see. Some of them maybe some clerical jobs that the one where they get the level for meet up with those clerical jobs, they'll be redeployed. Some will go transfer them, okay? Because one thing with management to get responsibility for say, no matter what, we try for move towards sustainability. because we'll be far from it. We must move towards sustainability. It'll be a difficult task, but management must manage.
All right, country people then, we then arrive for head office for CDC for Bota this Saturday. And we don't talk plenty thing with the big man, Oga Franklin gone in jail. We need the local CDC, and if we get for put all team for one basket, one, that work away work people that they plan for do, you know one time. For one talk.
We know one time.
We know one time.
We know one time.
All right.
I know feel say be in the interest of the workers. I know feel say be in the interest of CDC. I know feel say be in the interest of this country.
And you did see say hope day for CDC for be which way be there before.
Indisputably, Ambassador. I say hope day. Yes.
I want to say thank you plenty for your time where you open door for we, and we hope say anytime we go come for can knock your door. So far as we is also there, the door go dey open for we for talk.
You'll be very welcome. Thank you. Anytime. Very welcome. Thank you very much for the time, for the visit. We'll be very honored. Right. And carry with salute back. Send with salute for country people all over, and carry with salute for your house where you accommodate.
Thank you plenty. So country people them, we don't finish Pidgin News debate for this Saturday. We decide to come see big man for CDC for say school they start, and that work people they be the year but so we don't hear wait till you get for talk. We hear wait till they work through then talk. Rebroadcast it go come on Sunday for morning time for people that they don't be for look the one for this Saturday. Any I want big country people them. Now hold them tight.